Alright, baseball fans, the story of Kavan Markwood, the young fan who suffered a severe fall at PNC Park last week, has understandably gripped the baseball community, sparking concern and discussions about stadium safety. After days of updates indicating he remained in critical condition, there is now significant news directly from Kavan himself and from the hospital treating him, providing a clearer, albeit complex, picture of his status, his remarkable progress, and the long road to recovery that still lies ahead. Kavan Markwood, the 20-year-old Pittsburgh Pirates fan, fell approximately 21 feet over the wall in right field onto the warning track during the Pirates game against the Chicago Cubs last Wednesday. It was a haunting scene witnessed by many, where he lay motionless on the field before being attended to by medical personnel and transported to Allegheny General Hospital in critical condition. Nearly a week after the accident, Kavan Markwood is reportedly awake enough to give his first interview, speaking with the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review. In that interview, Markwood himself provided a candid, if understated, description of his condition. He told the Tribune-Review, "I'm all right, but acknowledged the severe pain," stating, "I can't really sleep. I have a lot of back pain." He also starkly described the extent of his physical injuries, saying he has broken everything. Providing more detail from the hospital's perspective, Dr. Alan Philp, the chief medical officer at Allegheny General Hospital, held a news conference on Wednesday via the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, offering an update on Markwood's condition and progress. Dr. Philp confirmed the remarkable progress Markwood has made, stating that he is awake, alert, and able to speak, and incredibly, is able to stand, walk and respond to questions. He also confirmed that Markwood has begun therapy for his brain injury. However, Dr. Philp's update also detailed the severity of the injuries Kavan Markwood sustained in the 21-foot fall. He reported injuries to Kavan's brain, skull, spine, lungs, and ribs. Despite these severe injuries, Dr. Philp emphasized that Markwood is doing very well, considering the circumstances, crediting his youth and the quick medical response at PNC Park for much of his positive progress thus far. Regarding the recovery outlook, Dr. Philp stressed that while progress has been really remarkable already, Kavan still has a long road ahead of him. He explained the physical limitations Markwood faces due to his bone injuries, noting that even activities of daily living, like getting up and walking to the bathroom, are painful, and he will be limited in any aggressive kind of physical activity until those bones heal. Furthermore, Dr. Philp stated that the cognitive progress following his brain injury is harder to predict. While he's not yet at his baseline, it's tough to tell whether reaching that baseline will take a week, a month, or longer. In what is a hopeful piece of news amidst the severity, Dr. Philp did state that despite the extent of his injuries and the long recovery ahead, Kavan Markwood is actually expected to be released from Allegheny General Hospital in about a week. New details have also emerged this week about exactly how the fall happened, based on a different video that has surfaced, reportedly taken from behind Markwood's front row seat. Previous reports included witness accounts of Markwood being excited about the Pirates' rally, taking his shirt off, and pouring beer on himself before an Andrew McCutchen at bat. This new video reportedly reveals more, showing a shirtless and visibly energized Markwood jumping up in reaction to McCutchen's double and landing, with much of his body weight on the railing in front of him, causing him to quickly lose balance and fall forward. Markwood told the Tribune-Review in his interview that he himself has not watched any video of the incident. The community has continued to show strong support for Kavan Markwood and his family. A GoFundMe campaign organized by his girlfriend's mother, Jennifer Phillips, has now raised over $47 as of Wednesday afternoon, a level of support that Markwood expressed gratitude for in his interview. Markwood is a former first-team all-conference football player from South Allegheny High School and spent time on college rosters at the Division II level. Representatives from his high school and college teams have consistently praised his character in the aftermath of the incident, describing him as resilient and a fighter. In conclusion, there are significant updates on Kavan Markwood, the fan who suffered a 21-foot fall at PNC Park. In his first interview, he shared his experience of pain and broken bones, while hospital officials confirmed his remarkable progress, being awake, alert, walking, and talking, despite severe injuries to his brain, skull, spine, lungs, and ribs. While he faces a long and uncertain recovery, he is expected to be released from the hospital in about a week. New video evidence clarifies how the fall occurred, showing he jumped up and landed heavily on the railing, amidst his ongoing fight for recovery and the continued support from his community. This situation highlights both the severity of the accident and the incredible resilience shown by Kavan Markwood. Nearly a week after a frightening fall at PNC Park, the Pittsburgh Pirates fan who fell 21 feet onto the field has given his first interview. And a medical professional has provided more details on the severity of his injuries. Kavan Markwood, the 20-year-old fan, spoke with the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review and reportedly said he is, quote, "all right, though he's dealing with significant back pain and can't sleep well." Markwood confirmed he has not watched any video of the incident that left him motionless on the warning track during Monday night's game. He described his injuries simply as broken everything, and is expected to be released from Allegheny General Hospital in about a week. He also expressed gratitude for the donors to his GoFundMe, which has now raised over $47. Meanwhile, at a news conference on Wednesday, Dr. Alan Philp, AGH's chief medical officer, provided a comprehensive update on Markwood's condition. Dr. Philp confirmed that the 20-year-old suffered severe injuries, including to his brain, skull, spine, lungs, and ribs, in addition to the previously reported broken neck, back, and collarbone. Despite the extensive injuries, Dr. Philp stated that Markwood is doing very well, attributing much of his remarkable progress to his youth and the swift medical response at the ballpark. Markwood is now able to stand, walk, and respond to questions and has begun therapy for his brain injury. However, Dr. Philp stressed that Markwood faces a long road ahead. While he can perform activities of daily living like walking, those actions are painful. He will be limited in any aggressive physical activity until his bones heal. The doctor noted that Markwood's cognitive progress is harder to predict. And while he's made great strides, he's not yet back to his baseline, with the timeline for full cognitive recovery uncertain. Witnesses and video evidence have shed more light on the moments leading up to the fall, showing Markwood was energized and celebrating Andrew McCutchen's go-ahead double when he jumped up and lost his balance over the railing in right field. Markwood is a former high school and college football player, and former coaches and school representatives have spoken highly of his character since the accident. In summary, Pirates fan Kavan Markwood has spoken for the first time since his 21-foot fall at PNC Park, reporting pain but overall being all right and grateful for support. While a medical professional detailed the severe nature of his injuries, including to his brain and internal organs, despite facing a long recovery, particularly regarding cognitive function, Markwood has made remarkable initial progress and is expected to be released from the hospital in about a week.